Hello, strangelings. So, you may notice my voice sounds kind of weird. I'm not sick. Uh, Today's Monday. Monday is High Priestess Emery Day. It's usually when I do my card readings, and I always do them fresh. I will never do a reading and then put it out a day or two later. I will never. I don't even put out cards preset like some of the readers do. Um, but instead of being here to read cards with you guys today, I'm actually instead here to tell you you will not be seeing me on any of the channels here on YouTube for 1, possibly 2 weeks. It's going to be at least 1, but it could be up to 2. I promise I will not take more than 2 weeks, but I need at least 1 week, and I don't know exactly how long I actually need. So, the thing is on my mother's side of the family, we were always very close knit, at least with the one aunt's family that stayed in town. She was only a few blocks away, so my cousins were born around the same time as my oldest brother, which was 10 years before me. But my second cousins, their children, were born. I'm not sure exactly when the first cousin was born, but most of them were roughly 5 or so years younger than me. So I played with a lot of my cousins' children. And I kind of thought of both of my cousins and my second cousins as almost like my siblings because we were that close. My mother and my brothers and I would go to their family for Sunday dinner. We'd spend holidays at their house, weekends, summers, and just about any time I had time. When I was a little kid, especially, I would go play either at my aunt's house or my cousins' houses around the neighborhood with their kids. And so at some point in a young girl's life, no matter who she is, no matter how damaged she is, she gets to a point where a big group of little boys who are somewhere 5 to 10 years younger than you are not, you know, you get bored or sometimes even irritated or whatever with them. And you feel like you need something more like you. Well, I had a few female cousins, and one of them was around my age. So when I did start feeling that, sometimes I'd go talk to her. And I've spent my whole life as the poor cousin. Now, her dad, well, he got his shit together quick. He just kept doing better and better for himself. So they were what my mother would consider upper middle class for the way we were. I mean, I don't know if they were technically upper middle class. I don't know, what was actually going on in their household. They could have been balancing all kinds of debt for all I know. But I always felt self-conscious about it. I always felt like I was the poor cousin. So I would go talk to her, and I'd be kind of scared to even talk to her because I'd be afraid that she'd just be a snob. And she was not at all. She was so nice. And I just found out last night we lost her to her battle to cancer. Or with cancer. Sorry. So I'm going to be taking at least, bare minimum, a solid week to mourn. Because she was so impactful in my life that even though we didn't really talk or connect in any kind of way as adults. It's still, it's still a big loss for me. She was, she was, she was my first lesson in understanding that people aren't their circumstances. That just because someone's rich doesn't mean they're nasty and rude or anything like that. She was my very first experience with that. I mean, other than my cousin, but he was never rude. He was always a humble guy. So, I mean, growing up, he was humble as hell. So, I mean, I expected that. But I didn't expect it out of his daughter. And she was so good about it. And so, yeah, I'm gonna take my time to mourn. I'm not gonna try to rush myself either. And to be honest with you guys, I could be easily disappointed because I didn't, I've just been starting to get the channels going again after Yule, and I was so I was so excited to start being more active on them and everything. And the universe says it's still time to take a break. One way or another, take a goddamn break, I guess. So, that's what I'm doing, guys. For anybody watching this video, I do appreciate you so much. Thank you. That's why I made sure that you guys know what's going on and not just I'm a flake or just dropped out of the sky somewhere, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off here. I really, honestly, I'm in the state of I don't know what else to say because I don't want to say too much, but I want to say it all at the same time. So, as you can see, guys, I'm doing swimmingly. I think my camera's been focusing and unfocusing and focusing and unfocusing from what I can see for like ever now. I can't tell though because I haven't been watching the monitor or the camera. But remember, guys, it doesn't matter who you are. I love you. And to take care of each other. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.